We live.
Oh, what it do? What it
What
do?
it do? What it do?
People come to the party. They probably went. Did you let them know we over here? They probably went over to my job. We probably got looking
Yeah,
around, running the building to building.
yeah. Yeah, man.
Let them. I'm gonna let them drive the show. I'm gonna kick in when I kick in. I'm gonna let's see what they talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Where they at?
Oh no.
yeah. Hey, oh no. Where they at?
Oh no. Hey, here they come. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
You see people?
Yeah, I see
Okay.
elevated.
Elevator up in here. Salute elevator. First one in the
Yeah.
building.
Yeah. But I can't I can only see YouTube.
That's all I see too. We don't like God. He ain't hook us up with all the vision, the vision where we only gonna be able to see YouTube.
Yeah.
How we gonna see the questions and stuff?
I'm going to I'm getting on my other phone to check out it.
SFL. I see SFL up in here. Lone Wolf.
Long Wood.
Gold. Yeah.
Native Gold. Hey, Native Gold, man. Shout out, man. You got the dog of the month, man.
Yes, sir. Salute.
Man, we were showcasing it all month, man. We're gonna continue doing that, man. You know it'll be dope, Native Gold, man. You go ahead and catch a screenshot from your dog on here, man. Repost it. That'll be dope, man. We appreciate that. Student for life. Yeah. They're coming in, man.
Yeah, they up in this jump. Yes, sir. Yeah, becoming some of that shit we was talking about earlier. Like
What?
some of the shit we was talking about earlier was good discussion. It was very good discussion. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, and I'm gearing it to lead, everything's gonna complement each other. So tomorrow we'll be talking about the bloodlines and the men behind them. Like Welsh was saying, you can't ignore the man. And you got the man and dog. It's two different things. The dog does, what the dog does, but the man has to do his part, has to play his part too,
Hell yeah. But if you listen to these whole conversations long enough, it be just going in a circle. I'm trying to tell you.
It goes in a circle, but what
I'm trying to say is like you're gonna say something on one end of the circle, you're gonna say something else on that other side of the circle. That's how the dog game is, man. It's just how it is. Like at one end, you're gonna be saying something and it's gonna contradict on the other side. You might not even know it. It's just that you tied into the conversation. You know what I mean? But if you really look at the whole, you'll be able to trace yourself back to where you was contradicted. But like, man, it's the game. It's the game, man. That's why it's about respect and discipline to me, and keeping your mouth quiet. Keeping your mouth quiet. The more you keep your mouth quiet, the better you working your muscle. You conditioning yourself. Believe it or not, you conditioning yourself, and you'll learn a lot. People don't understand the power of keeping your mouth shut. And you could be the smartest motherfucker in the room just by keeping your mouth shut. You know what I mean? Yep. And right now I'm running my mouth, so I ain't gonna be the smartest motherfucker in the room today because I'm running my mouth. You understand what I'm saying? But like usually it's the watch the people that's just not doing a lot of talking. You understand what I'm saying? And and just my experiences in life, man. I guess one of the reasons I fell in love with the pit bull, first of all, just off the eye, just the look of him, it just put me in a trance. You understand? Like that's a dog. Like it just looked different than a dog, any dog that I seen. You understand? So that's the power of people's eyes. So that's very important. So I transfer that into when you're out here teaching people or sharing knowledge. You might not be even teaching people. You just might be sharing knowledge with them. It's still that eye factor. You understand what I'm saying? In human beings. Like, and what I mean by that, like sometimes if you ain't that designer nigga or that big hat nigga or the whatever, the shit that you saying is not going to be registering just because you ain't doing the eye, you ain't meeting the eye test. You get what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? Whereas though a lot of times the real information,
go ahead, bro.
huh?
No, go ahead, bro.
A lot of times the real information is coming from it might not please your eyes off the top. And I don't know if people is aware of those type of energies, those type of principles out here, because they're very important. They're very important, you know, because when a man is mastering his craft, and he becomes a master at his craft, that he chose to become a master at, he don't feel like he got to put on a suit and tie to tell you something about his craft.
Yeah.
He don't feel like he got to dress it up, put no hors d'oeuvres on the side, no parsley on the joint. He the man, he the master. You understand? Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? But like he might not get a lot of people, and he ain't gonna care just off the look. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. It's filter system set up. Like a lot of, even I'm gonna give you another example. A lot of rich people, like from the outside in, it looks like rich people be snobby and all that type of stuff. People be hating on rich people when they snobby. Now, if you look at the flip side, think about, put yourself in it for real. In the rich person's shoes, you gotta think like, how many times they probably did paid people rent or gave people this or supported somebody's business, or you know, just went for gimmicks. You understand what I'm saying, with their money, till they eventually, you know, I believe that the people make the world, which means if the people is disrespectful and greedy and all that, they're gonna make rich people be snobby and do things for them not to. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't be finding the words, but like, listen, like they got to protect themselves. Like if they just keep on letting the people eat off of them, they won't be rich no more. You understand? It ain't like they ain't never gave nobody nothing or did for whatever. Like they probably did it so much more than anybody else around them that, you know, eventually by them doing that, they find out that people just eating off of them. You understand what I'm saying? Playing on their intelligence and all that type shit. You understand what I'm saying? So you gotta do different things to protect your shit. So a smart man. Well, I ain't gonna just say he the smartest, but I can understand why a rich man could be out here playing the opposite part. You know, because he get to see the real shit. You understand what I'm saying? He don't want you to know you rich. He don't want you to know you rich, because he'll get to see the more genuine you when he communicating with you. You understand what I'm saying? That's the power play moves. Like, they not gonna be around you. The plugs, the people with it, whatever, they not gonna be around you showing you that. The people that's showing you that is middlemen, is people that's doing it for the show. It's a need, they're selling something. Boom, boom. Usually the people with the whatever, the masters and the plugs and all that type shit, they gotta play games to survive, to protect themselves. Because niggas will eat them up. They not for the public. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's the reason why everybody not there at that level. You understand? So, like, even if you look at it in the Bible way, like when Jesus is a thing in the Bible, when they talk about Jesus, like somebody was cooking for Jesus or whatever, this lady was cooking for Jesus in the town. She cooked good food, and Jesus would come through the town all the time, you know, every now and then, and eat dinner with somebody. So she wanted to be, you know, wanted him to eat over her house. So she would put out plates and stuff, you know, out a window. You know, people smelling the good smells, you know, like she waiting for Jesus. She come through there. You know, so a bum knocked on her door one day. Was like, Miss So-and-so, and again, I might be messing the words up, but like, it's just peep the message. And the bum knocked on her door, was like, yo, that food smell good. Like, boom, I'm hungry. Can I have something? It smells so good, Miss So-and-so. She was like, no, get away, you dirty. Boom, boom, boom. That's for Jesus. That's Jesus plate. Get on away from here. Boom, boom, boom. I just want a piece. Like, it smells so good, though. You know how to cook. Ooh. I told you it's for Jesus. Slam the door in his face. He gone. Boom, boom, boom. So, you know, a week went past, and the people was cheering. They had a little party. It was like, yeah, boy, Jesus came through here. We had a good time. Boom, boom. And she was out there. She was like, what you mean Jesus came through here? He ain't come by. It's my house. Boom, boom. Yep. So she made another plate, because they said he be back. She made another plate. You know what I mean? Boom, put it out there. you know, smelling all good. And I think somebody else came past her door, like, look, can I get something here? I see you got it out there. Can I get some of it? Nah, that's for Jesus. That's for Jesus. He was like, I'm so hungry though. Like, you know, boo boo. She was like, I told you that's for Jesus. Don't get on away from slamming the door in his face. So you know what I mean? Same thing happened. Boom. People, like a couple days later, people had a party. Jesus had came through this. She was like, man, he don't never stop past my stuff. So then one day Jesus came through there. She was outside and she ran up to him and was like, why you don't never come? I be cooking all the time for you. I leave, you don't smell it. I come out. He was like, I've been past your house twice and you slammed the door in my face. You know what I mean? Do you get the message?
I came to you 3 times. And 3 times you denied.
Oh yeah, it came 3 times. And you shut the door in my face. Because, like, you know, you got to look at it. Like, you know, people get caught up in popularity or riding the wagons and all that. Boom, boom, boom. That you got to, people got to get out of that. The people really got to get out there. Just go for what really relates to your situation. It could come from your best friend. It could come from your enemy. It come from, but you got to use your mind out here. Like, use your mind. Does that relate to my puzzle? You know what I mean? If you're looking for something, if you're a jewel collector, I call people that's looking for trying to find the truth and trying to be a better person and trying to, you know, just stay out the way from the evil shit and just take care of their family out there. I call them jewel collectors. You understand what I'm saying? So they on a hunt out here to find better ways and jewels, all the knowledge they can, and they come from all walks of life. They not all college graduates. They not all boom, boom, boom. They could be gangsters. They could be whatever, but they just want to find a way. You dig? They jewel collectors. So, you know what I mean? It's, you know, if you got something to share and you feel like sharing it and it's genuine, you know, that's cool. You know, like, and the people that want to be absorbing knowledge, all that is cool. But like, recognize what's going on. That's all I'm saying. Just recognize, use your senses like that God gave. Use your senses. You know what I mean? And because you might be disrespecting somebody that's right around you that was trying to help you all the time. And you might have disrespected them so many times, you know what I mean? And without even knowing it. You understand what I'm saying? When you think about it, you know? But time teaches lessons. So a lot of these things, time teaches you. You know what I mean? If you're lucky to survive the mistakes and when you're not picking up the jewels, you know, hopefully your natural talents will get you out sticky situations. But like, you gotta be paying attention and be aware. Clean your lens. Salute.
Roger that, man. Talking about dogs, man, and you know, you can kind of like put it in a situation where like dogs, if you look at a dog like the opposite sex, if you know, we men, so you know, looking at women, like you can see a woman, she you know, visually she got everything, you know, you physically like attractive, but mentally she might be a dud, you know what I'm saying, and all of that. You gotta look at the dogs the same way. You know, first thing that you're gonna see with a dog is you're gonna visually, that's what's gonna be the attraction. Then you gotta see, you know, you looking at the dog move and, you know, seeing its ability to react to human response and all of that. And that's when you start putting it all together, man. And then you start, you know, diving into, you know, first thing that I think you would look at with the dog naturally is you see the dog, but then, you know, when you see the dog move around, you looking for the traits that you know that you would probably want or need, if you know, from that point on, man, and take it from there. But I kind of look at it like, you know, I've seen pairs that look awesome, but you know, I'm not, you know, it's not like over the top where I'm trying to, like, I gotta go see that dog. I gotta see that dog. I like, if I saw a dog and it caught my eye and the whole deal, now I want to see more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now I want to see more. It's not the you know, the other way around. I'm not a pair guy to just dive through pairs all day and be dissecting and doing all that stuff. I'm just me. But
all right, when you want, all right, talking about the dogs. All right, as far as the dogs, it's like this to me. This is my opinion. Pedigrees and dogs and the dog man. All right, now all of them mean something. All of them mean something now.
Okay.
But the dog and the man way before the paperwork. All right, but the paperwork's still important. But now when I'm when I'm talking slight on the paperwork like that, because I'm looking at it like this: the paperwork before. Just think about before paperwork. It was always a dog.
That's what I'm saying.
All
But
right.
yeah, okay.
All right, check. So now you got your dog. Now, what made somebody write that dog name down on paper? First of all, he had to do something, right? He had to do something, right? For them to start writing the dogs down on paper, it was a reason. All right. Now, colors. That first you got the black and white, so they writing the dog's names now. Then they start, doing colors or whatever. So the dog had to do something else now, huh? Okay, so to get something else. All right. Now, but you got to originally know, you can never forget that it was a dog before the papers. Now, all these other things is people doing something and the dog doing something. So something is getting written down. You understand? So it's work involved. So like, you got to be careful when you disrespect. To me, I'd rather disrespect the paperwork before I disrespect the man's work or the dog's work. You understand what I'm saying? Because I respect the dog's work and the man's work more than the paperwork. Simple.
So
as
I got a question. Have you ever looked into some paperwork, some peds? And yeah, I mean, younger, older, whatever, man. If you ever if you ever looked into some peds and were blown away by the peds, and then saw the dog and the dog just didn't match what your vision was
all the time. I don't even like papers. I don't like that. I don't even like that. Like, I never even knew about it. Even to this day, I really don't know about the paperwork. I done had so many dogs, like I didn't even know that I had them dogs till I actually seen people discussing these dogs on the joint, and I realized what I had. You know what I mean? We wasn't brung up like that. So now it's a different era for me. Like, like basically like the way I'm looking at it is like they playing baseball trading cards with the pedigrees and stuff. You know what I mean? They trying to keep them lit up. They trying to keep them lit up as much as they can without doing the work. You understand what I'm saying? You got to find somebody else with a lit up joint to match your lit up joint so we can have lit up joints. But like, like the work was there. Like, I'd rather see a black and white joint and you turn it, you make it some colors. you make it into some colors some type of way. You understand what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about just illegal shit. Just make accomplishments for the dog. It doesn't matter about nothing else. Like, it just matters what's in front of you. Like, I have seen plenty of pedigrees that's lit up. I have had them personally. You understand? But even when I have had them, I didn't care about it. I really didn't care about it. It was just a dog. But the reason why I did get those dogs with those good pedigrees was because they had buzz. They had a buzz on, they had a buzz. So it was in my, it's in the air. When you in the sports you in or whatever, you're gonna have buzzes and people gonna have vibes and trends. So you hear different names. So you go purchase things that you hear the buzzes for. You understand what I'm saying? We all do that. But once you do that, then what your hands can do. Can you really bring that puppy or that dog up to when it's grown, it's an athlete, or it's what you wanted to be? Is it something representing something to take notice of? You understand? Is it something that people seeing and they want to breed to for whatever reason they want to breed to? I done seen dogs that people just be driving down the street and somebody walking their dog and people be really interested in breeding to their dog. Don't know what it's off of or whatever, just on the eye. You understand? So it's to each his own out here. It's really to each his own. But like, so that's why you got to kind of be careful. Like what I'm doing now, I got to kind of be careful what I'm saying, because nothing is really etched in stone, because it's to each his own. A good dog to me could be a sorry dog to somebody else. You understand what I'm saying? So it's really like, it's always about individuality. What you do with your hand, a man and his dogs. That's why I would never disrespect the dog or the man, because like, you know what I mean? That man buy a dog from me. Man buy a dog from me. Only thing that I'm wishing for, first of all, I'm thankful that he wanted to spend some money with me. I'm thankful that he was interested in mine. Out of all these dogs out here, whatever, and he took an interest in my dogs, that's a salute right there. All right, now boom. Now say I give him a puppy and it works out for whatever he wanted it to do. I don't know what he wanted it to do, but it worked out for that. All right, it worked out for what he wanted to do. All right, really, this is just my opinion. Once you bought a dog from me, basically, that's your business now. Whatever you try to do it now. If you want to get back in touch with me and ask for share, things, that's cool too. But if you want to just be on your own or whatever, that's cool too, because that's your dog, that's your privacy, that's what you want to do. Boom, boom, boom. And and if that dog become whatever, I don't need nothing from you. I don't need nothing from you. Just be seeing the fact that came out my stock and he doing wonders with it. That's cool enough for me right there. I'm not gonna be mad at that man because he didn't say my name. You understand what I'm saying? Because all he did was bought a dog. All he did was bought a dog that caught his eye. He put in all that other work. You know what I mean? Like boom, boom. Now, and I know the game to where it's gonna be some people that's looking at his dog and be like, "Damn, that's a good ass dog. How is it bred?" And then they're gonna probably be trying to get at me because I produced that dog.
Yeah.
But he might feel a certain type of way because his dog is the one who doing the joint. Why y'all don't want a dog off of me? It's only because it's like they trying to go to the source where that dog came from. So a man could feel like, oh, well, y'all disrespecting my hands because boom, 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 boom. But they not really disrespecting his hands. They saying, dang, that was a good animal that you was able to do that with. They want something that they could do something with. It might not be the same as you, but they cheat peeping what you doing with them animals. So they saying, shit, he got some good animals. So you know what I mean? You get all of that. Now that man, his production comes with that animal that he made, his work gets a salute. Now the man that went out there and got an acclamation for his dog, for that dog, his work gets a salute from his hands. Like he a good dog, man. Like, he a good dog, man. Now, as far as his dog that made the acclamations, as far as him being a producer, that's his owner gotta find. That's a whole nother story. If that dog might not be nothing. As far as a producer, he might not be able to produce nothing. Do you understand what I'm saying? Hey, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand.
So like the dogs in all the situations, you should be able to tell who should be being who the salutes should go to. It's just like obvious to me. Anything else is somebody being greedy and trying to boom, boom, boom. Like you selling dogs, boom, boom, boom. Like that person shouldn't be obligated to you. After he spent his money for the dog, he shouldn't be obligated to you to be saying anything else to you no more. That's how I look at it. That's how I look at it. So now, and if he breeds that dog, oh, that's his work. Only work is mine is the dog that he bought from me. That's it. He bought that dog from me. That's it.
He
bought that car. He bought that product from me. I ain't got nothing to do with him being all the acclamations he got. None of that shit. That is not my work. That is not my work. That's his work. That's his work.
Yeah. But that's the way I look at it. I still look at it.
He did it with my product. He did it with my product, but that's his work. That's his work. Salute my product was ready to roll. I mean, that was able to do that with him. But how can I disrespect his work? Because like he put his hands on my product, was able to do that. You understand?
But I look at it. Yeah, I look at it just similar to it. But I look at it like this, bro. So, let's say I got Michonne. I speak for me. I got Michonne.
Yeah.
I don't consider Michonne my dog. I consider it Dre dog. All the work that, like you saying, the work that I'm putting in, everything like that, that's my work. That is my work. I didn't create that dog. Now moving forward, now that I put in this work with this dog, moving forward, when I mate her and the product comes out, I will consider that mine. But I consider, you know what I'm saying, plus my work. But as far as me having Michonne, I don't even consider Michonne my dog. Yes, I own Michonne. She's here with me. You know what I'm saying? But I don't consider her my dog. I consider her, but I consider it my work.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? But that's how I look at it. That's how I look at it.
I mean, that's your way of looking at it, ain't it? Hey, that's your way of looking at it. That works for you. You know what I mean? That who am I to say you wrong? Who am I to say you wrong? You understand? I could just tell you I could just if you're, but you didn't even ask me though, so I might not even say nothing. I'm not even gonna say nothing. So, but like I can't say nothing wrong with that or whatever. So that I leave it at that. I leave it at that on that shit. Like you did, I can't say nothing wrong with that. I can't say nothing wrong with that. Salute to you.
I mean, but it's. I mean, irregardless to how I look at it, that's just how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? It's just how I view it. The facts will still be the facts. You know what I'm saying? No matter how you look at it.
I don't even know what the facts is, my nigga. I don't even know what the facts is. I don't even know what the facts is. I salute you. I salute you for being a good owner like that, though. I was. I salute you like because you know, like there I go. Let me keep my mouth shut. You dig what I'm saying? But like I understand where you coming from. I understand where you coming from, bro.
No, but like that's what I'm saying. Like just like you said, man. Who knows the facts? But I do know how I look at it. You know what I'm saying?
That's all you need to know, because you the one driving, so you better know what you're looking at. There it is, bro. There it is. You know how you look at it. As long as you get to where you going, there it is. There it is. There it is.
Yeah.
And you ain't harming nobody. You ain't harming nobody. Shit.
Dog man TV, what's happening? RGB, man, what's going down? Wifey clocking in for work, man.
Yes, sir. Salute.
Elvin Brown, man. Thanks for hanging around, man. Well, you already know what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? Skip.
He said, "Who's Kane? Who's Kane? Who we talking about? Who's Kane? Who's Kane? Who is Kane? That's what Welsh asks. Who is Kane?
Oh, you talking about the dog Kane? Oh, he talking about I think he talking about from the chat.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
From earlier, I think.
Okay, what he say?
Oh,
what he say about we read that because my shit blocking it, something blocking it.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's why I'm having a problem right now too. Yeah. Say who is Kane? If you read pairs for color, you can't read pairs LOL. Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? I that was the first thing that I learned about pairs when I started learning, man. Like, I was like, what is it? You know, you start seeing the colors and when I really started diving into it, and then it's like, man, you start learning like people be highlighting colors and doing all types of stuff, trying to highlight their dog and all that stuff, man. And then like, you know, like I was saying, like you see a pair that's like you just blown away. It's awesome. But there's no picture of the dog. You don't hear none of the dog. And then if you do finally catch up with somebody that got something, you look and it's like, that is not what I envisioned. That is not what I pictured, you know?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's how it be. That's how it be, man. Everybody.
Oh, that's okay. My bad. That's what you talking about. You talking about Bane. You want to talk about Kane. Yeah.
Got you. Shit. It is what it is, though, man. Like the dog man's work gotta say something, though, man. Cause like, and that's why it's so important. That's why, believe it or not, when a breeder gets to a point where he's looking for some good hands. You understand what I'm saying? He's looking to put his dogs in good hands. You understand what I'm saying? That's how important good hands is. You know what I mean? Because that's the stuff that takes. That's the stuff that gets your line of buzz. When it's out there in the working field, no matter what the jobs is at hand, when it's out there and working and people that's doing work, those are the ones that's saying the names of the dudes, of the dogs that's doing the jobs that are good, handling their jobs accordingly. The guys that's out there working the dogs, you know, the breeders in the kitchen. The breeders is in the kitchen. Boom, boom, boom. But they breeding, you know. I'm just talking about working animals. So the people who breed and working stock, they in the kitchen, and the people that work the dogs, they working, and that's why like a lot of that type of stuff is different. A lot of their mentality is different than people that just got these dogs for, like I say, they trading baseball cards. You dig what I'm saying? It's different reasons. You know, some people got Ferraris in their yard and stuff like that just to look good, and it's fine with that. Ferrari will still sell them a car, you know. But you got racers, you know, they got you for the high performance animal. I mean, for the high performance cars and stuff like that. So you know, as far as whereas though, you know, on one side where they're racing them, they're gonna get crashed up. On the other side, whereas though they using them for show. they taking care of them in a different way because they want them to look shiny. They want them to. It's about the look. It's about the look. On the other side, them jokers, them high priced $1 million cars and all that getting tore up at their job. At their job, you dig what I'm saying? Getting tore up. So it's a different type of mentality over there. They not liking the cars like it's a different type of love over there than love over here for the how they look. You know what I mean? They can't love them the same when they working them. They can't love them the same. They can't love them the same because they might not be, they be here or gone tomorrow. They could, you understand what I'm saying? They can't even look at them dogs the same. They need more dogs. They need more product. You understand what I'm saying? Them hogs is knocking dogs off. You know, it's different things going on at different jobs. So basically, like, they ain't got time to be really, you know, is this joker working? Is he gonna get the job done? So a lot of that other shit is getting looked past. They don't care about that. Can he do the job? They don't care about what color he is. I don't care if he cross-eyed. Boom, let's get it. Boom, boom. Or a lot of that type of stuff matter in the show world. But in the working world, a lot of that stuff don't even, it's a whole different mentality. And I ain't talking about nothing illegal. I'm just talking about working dogs, period. When they got working jobs that they're not out there for looks. They're working. So it's a different type of love over there. They're not looking to they know their life expectancy and different things is different. So it's a different type of love. And we all in the same community talking about these dogs, and and that's how shit get all the way confused. All the way confused, because you got some people that just their theology on the way they rolling with their hounds, it's gonna be contradictory to the other side. And you know, like, but for those who can understand that, you progress and move on. And you damn sure ain't out here beefing with somebody that got a blue dog and somebody that got this or whatever, because you already know the difference and you know the places on the positions on the board. You know the whole game. You ain't just caught up in your little box.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, got me thinking how many I'm reading MKM bottom salute. Got me thinking how many just for men boxes should I get to make Huncho a black dog? I guess that's a joke or some shit on some just for men boxes and all that shit. I don't know. They gotta be they ain't offspring working.
He talking about the dye. I think he talking about that black dye.
Got me thinking how many just okay. It took me a while to get it. All right, okay.
Sometimes we be slow up here, man. We take us a while. You see how long we had we took with making it fit.
Didn't go making it fit.
You was the only one that got it right.
Only because I was looking at it and hearing people say they be saying it all over the community. I was like, man, that don't seem like that's right there. Boom, boom. Yeah. Again, I'm keeping my mouth quiet though. You understand? I was keeping my mouth quiet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then when I felt like I might be confident, I shot my shot. Is it what's the name? I thought I had the code, but I could have been done right there. But he was like, "Yeah, you are." But did it, you know? And how he was just letting that ride though. You know what I mean? Like, you know, that's looking past it. Like, man, it ain't nothing. You know, it ain't nothing. And then now we got it and all that. You know?
Yeah.
Shit. But a lot of us too are the ways we are with these dogs because the people we come up under. You know, it's just like different territories. You know, different little things that y'all do in y'all area or the people that you under did. So you gotta kind of roll with your home team. You understand what I'm saying? What they saying until you know what I mean. You know, it's just different things, man. It's just different things with your experiences, your environment, your resources, and your mentality plays all those play a part in what type of dog man you are and what type of person you are out here. You know, that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. Yeah, man. What Native Gold say? It's funny y'all should say that because my dog is that yellow buckskin color, and not one of her puppies came out that color. They're all fawn and black. Yeah, man. Shoot. Stocky Pops is a black dog, man. So you know that stuff is, yeah. And I'm probably going back to Saki days. And so my chances of getting
Oh yeah,
something similar to it can happen. The chances are going up. You
drop
know,
that
I mean,
jump, bro. Drop it, my fault.
yeah.
You know I'm late with
No,
it.
you
Drop.
good. No, you good. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I got you. I did.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let
doors
me
open if anybody want to come in and share their thoughts. You know, just a
yeah.
chance for y'all to share with the community what you know. You know, and it,
Mm-hmm.
you know, we ain't got specified to dogs or whatever. Like, yo,
Nah.
it's open. It's open for the world. It's open. You know what I mean? Talk about whatever you
Yeah.
feel like talking about, or that you feel like people should be talking about right now. You know,
Mm-hmm.
if I got something
Yeah,
to
man.
say about it, I'll say something on it. If I don't, shit, or maybe y'all can share with us. Different strokes for
Yeah.
different folks. Some like Pepsi, some like Coke. Salute. I know that's right, Dorian. Yes, sir.
Ah, man.
That's
Man.
all it is, though. That statement right there says it all. If you look at it like that, that says it all. Even the dogs, whatever. Like man, when shit be people be saying shit that you just don't understand, and you be like, man, what the fuck? What is he talking about? Like, well, man, all you gotta
Yeah.
do is think about what Dorian said. Different strokes for different folks. Some like Pepsi, some like Coke. That's all it is.
Yeah, man. But and that be the thing, man. I see a whole bunch of kennels or dogs and stuff like that I don't agree with the program or whatever the case may be, but they putting in the work and they believe in what they believe in and they pushing. And I have no like, man, I'm all with it. I got big time respect for all people that just know what they want and go after that and don't get caught up in the fad, man. I hate the fads. That's something I kind of go against, man. But they come and go. And one thing I know about these dogs, man, and versus a lot of other breeds, man, like I say, you can go back and look. And the reason why I say the late 1800s is because they do have photos of them, and you can see different breeds around that time. I do know the purpose for a lot of those dogs changed between the early 1900s up until around the Great Depression. That's when you started to see a lot of transition. But if you go back and you go look at that bull terrier in the 1890s, early 1900s, it looks completely different than what it looks today. If you go back and look at our dogs, they look like they lived back then today. So jumping into the fads and all that stuff, man, that's how you start getting all the exotics and all that other stuff, man. I'm old school, man. You know what I'm saying? What worked yesterday, work today. Stick to the script. And
Yeah.
but if I mean, but other people do their thing and more innovative, more pushing towards the future and all that, man. It's all good, man. I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not with it personally, but I'm with y'all.
Right.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
with y'all pushing. I'm with y'all pushing what y'all pushing.
You salute the work. You salute the work.
Yeah,
That's all it is. You
but
salute the work.
yeah, but I can see you, appreciate you doing your thing
And
without you trying to.
You don't got
And not participate, not try to push mine on you, or you try to push yours on me.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's where everybody start really, start getting into that thing. It's like, okay, yeah, man, I see you doing your thing. Yeah, I'm not going to, and me sitting up there saying I don't agree with it, I'm not going to say that either. I'm going to appreciate the work that you putting in, because either way it goes, you got to put in time and work.
Yeah.
It just ain't appealing to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's all. That's it. It might be
Yeah. And what you got might be really working for you.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? A salute, but like it ain't no need in us, trying to force each other logic or theory on each other, and nothing like that, man. I see you, man, do your thing. Yeah, I see you do your thing, and that's why I think a lot of that stuff started to kick off, man. When people start, you know what I'm saying, trying to, like you say, sometimes you got to fall back and just soak up the knowledge and just, you know what I'm saying, because man, you be surprised at what you can learn if you just shut up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You can read the room if you just shut up.
What's the important?
You know what I'm saying?
That's very important too that you drop that. How important is it for you to be able to read the room? People don't be recognizing that either. You know, you can tell that type of stuff. You know, like they, you know, you saying the wrong things in the wrong place. You know what I mean? Different things. Like you ain't got to be doing that. You ain't got to. You just like. I know, and I know it's human nature to just want to say something, but like I say, it's just like working out. It's just like working out. Work that muscle of keeping your mouth quiet. Work that way, you know.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man. But I just think that some people, because people do it without even
meaning no harm.
You know,
they don't. Their intentions ain't bad.
Really not meaning any harm. It's the passion.
Yes, they don't even know the passion. It's the passion.
It's the passion.
That's why it's not. That's it. Yeah, right. It's a passion. It's not really like they doing something negative. I mean, intentionally fucked up. No, it's just a passion.
It's the passion. Yeah, it's the passion. You know what I'm saying? And that's what. Yeah, and you know, sometimes it could be the weight can be overbearing. You know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. You know, so
yes, sir.
But then, you know, because I was thinking about that, you know, when it comes to, because we had that conversation where we were talking about, you know, the plug. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. So, you know, when you start tying all of that stuff into to one another, man, like, you know, that stuff count, man. You know, so how you move and reading the room, you know, shutting up so you can, you know, understand what's going on, because, you know, what my OG used to say, you can't bake no bread with the oven door open. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You can't gain the knowledge if your mouth open. Instead of, you know,
right. Yes,
you know
yes, sir.
You can't bake no bread with, you know what I'm saying, the oven door. You can't bake no bread with the oven door open. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you would be surprised to who you around, just because, you know, like Toyo, man, you know what it was like. I'm gonna talk some street stuff right now, just briefly. You know what it's like when you were coming up and you see that OG, you know, Lace got it all, everything going on the whole nine, and then you fast forward, you know, 10, 20 years, and he you know, down bad, might be out there, you know, on whatever. But you know, because you saw him come up, you know the whole deal. So if he were to try to give you some game on hey, youngster, you know, you might want to clean that, most youngsters is gonna look at him like man, what? You know what I'm saying? They don't realize the knowledge that he had, you know, that he could be telling them, hey, man, don't do that.
Exactly. So, that's what I was trying to say earlier. Exactly.
So, so, you know, but at the same time, like, you know, people will visually look at somebody and you know, discredit them. You know, but you could be standing next to, I don't know, a schoolboy, and schoolboy might say something, and you just run it off at the mouth, trying to list everything that you know, and he like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not using schoolboy as, you know, a reference just him. I'm just saying anybody of that level. There's plenty of people out there you be standing rubbing shoulders with. They got way more knowledge than you. The only thing you got to do is learn. The main thing that I learned as a youngster is ask questions. Ask the right questions. Sit back, watch, pay attention, and ask questions. Don't make statements. Ask questions. You know, and that's where you still, you know, because you'd be surprised, man. It's so many OGs that want to give you all the game they got and more, but nobody want to hear. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that I learned, and that has catapulted me from being in one situation to a positive situation, you know, by just sitting back and listening, you know, and reading the room. And that's with these dogs, that's with a whole bunch of stuff, man. Because I mean, you know.
But that's the beauty of life, for real. It's when you look at all that shit, it's basically different classes that's life teaches you. And you know, you can get past them joints, and you can see what you know, where you came from, and what you know, if you're becoming a better person and all that. It's life is constantly like schooling us. Life is constantly schooling us. You know, you could go to class, just keep going to class. Like, you know, like I went to high school, like, you know, I just skated through high school just because they let me skate through high school, not really knowing what high school is, or what school is for. You know what I mean? Like, so a lot of us be in life, skating through life like that, not even realizing these lessons that's right there in front of us, how you really rich, not even knowing that you rich. If you really just, you know, look at your blessings that you got. Really, if you healthy, health is wealth. So if you healthy off the top, you could do everything else. If you healthy, you got to start. You like a healthy pup, like, you know what I mean. Like, you got a healthy pup. You know what I mean. Like, now, what you gonna do? Like, you curious? Go find out some things. Go conquer some shit. Go hard. Keep scratching. Same shit in life. Same shit as you being a bulldog. Bulldog conditioning. Bulldog mentality. All that type shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's the same thing. Life schooling you. You know what I mean? Is you gonna end up being a cur, you know, and you're gonna take your losses, just keep scratching and all that shit, man. And it's about people being around you. Like, people overlook the power of having the right people around you. We all need somebody. So, like, during life, it's a lot of, we know it's easy to be a fucked up person. We see it all through our lives. So when you run across people that, you know, some type of way you let your guard down for, or your insides telling you, give this person a chance or whatever, and they end up working out, whatever, you gotta treat them people like they supposed to be treated, like royalty, because it ain't too many that you're gonna connect with like that. It's just like breeding these dogs. When you find the right connection, you gotta make magic happen. You can't be treating your friends and family members that you connect like that, like they just backyard dogs and boom, boom. Nah, this shit is real. You connecting with another king or queen. So do king or queen things for real. Push, mash the gas. You know what I mean? Recognize what you is. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, man. And when we was talking earlier, man, talking about the foundation dog, man. Tomorrow's episode is gonna be it's gonna be let me see here, man, because it's gonna be the bloodline starts with you, you know, and the things, you know, behind that, man.
That's fire. That's fire, because the bloodline do start with you.
Yeah,
but you making a decision of what blood you pick. I ain't gonna jump until I wait till tomorrow. But like, yeah, that's a fire.
You can chop it. You can go in on it, man. You know, because
the bloodline does start with you, though, when you think about it, because you choosing what you ready work with and all that. You know, it's your decisions, so it starts with you. It starts with you.
Yeah, because cause we were talking about the foundation dog, and then Welsh came on, and he got to, you know, going through his spiel and dropping his game, and then he went right into it. I'm like, oh damn, man, we're gonna talk about that tomorrow. You know, because I mean, you damn near can't talk with one without the other. When you start talking foundation, you got to talk bloodline.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
We could save it though, because I forgot I was gonna say something about that fad thing you was talking about, because like another thing. Like I heard what you said, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, old school, keeping it classic. I got you. Boom, boom, boom. Now me, myself, I ain't gonna say I don't roll with fads or whatever. I roll with the ones I like. That's all. I look, if it's a fad or whatever, I'm looking at the reason why it's popular, or the reason why people digging this, or whatever. I'm looking at that, and if it's something that I like too, then I'm on the board too. I ain't gonna lie. Like, just like, you know, it might be anything from clothing, different shoes, different things that becomes fad. Like, you know, if it's my cup of tea too, I'm one of them too. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, but I'm not just gonna jump on it just because everybody doing it. I'm not jumping in it because everybody doing it. But if I see everybody doing it and I look and see it and I like it too, then shit, I might be one of the ones doing it. I'm just keeping it 100. I'm just not gonna do something. I'm just not gonna do something just because everybody else is doing it, and I'm not going to exclude myself because everybody else doing it. I'm still going to keep my individuality and look at see if it fits me, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. So this is how I look at fads. I'll break it down like from the cars, because I always like doing that, and I can break it down into other stuff too. Like, okay, let me start with the shoes and clothes. Like, I guess you could say a retired sneakerhead, man, because I don't even buy shoes no more, man. I got like over 125 pair of shoes, man. Maybe 50 of them I ain't worn yet. Now, and I've had them. I stopped buying shoes maybe 3-4 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And to me, it's a wasted investment because and don't get it twisted. Like I could rock them and do all that other stuff, but those shoes come apart. They fall apart. They, glue and all that other stuff, Nikes and all that stuff. If I had listened to my OG and started investing in shoes the proper way, I would be sitting there letting these shoes collect dust, because I got, so like what I mean is like buying Gators, buying, those, timeless shoes. The shoes that you could, you know what I'm saying? Like those are shoes that you could pass down to your kids. My dad gave me a pair of shoes that his father gave him.
I got
you know what I'm saying? And they repaired, you can repair them and keep moving. You know what I'm saying? So, that's something that stands the test of time. It's certain styles that men dress that have been you could have worn that same way in the 30s and you could wear it the same way today and it still holds its weight. It's the same thing with the cars, like because you were talking about you were way out and see you know what I'm saying, how if you like the fan or not. So I look at a fan like this. If it was a car, okay, everybody putting extra big wheels on the car, okay, that's a fad, right?
Okay,
and they keep getting bigger. In my mind, I'm like, okay, that's a fad. It looks good. It looks really good. But what does it do on the performance side? How does it benefit me performance-wise? Because that's what I got the car for, is to perform. So, you know what I'm saying? I understand people want to look good and everything like that, but me, that's the way I think about it. So the fad comes and goes. You know what I'm saying? They ain't putting like whatever truck suspensions on G-body cars anymore and all that other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That was a fad. You part of it came and gone, but like you done messed up. The whole, everything. Your base car. You can't go back and fix it. And I kind of look at it the same way with the dogs. You jump into a fad, and we talking foundation. You start with a foundation. You got a solid foundation. You building your foundation, and then you have and I'm not a breeder, so y'all gotta give me some grace. You know what I'm saying? You got to give me some grace. But you run around and you catch wind of this is jumping over here, man. You might want to fool that. And you already had your program. Your program is working. You decide to go out and go that way, and then come back, and then it starts, and then you kind of water down your your program from this
all those
catch it, huh?
Go ahead, finish what you were saying.
Yeah, but you kind of mess up, you kind of set yourself back a couple of generation, 2 generations. You might have to scratch and start over because you decided to go against the grain and try something that you knew you wasn't in the plan to begin with. It was never there. And then all of a sudden you jump in there. Now you set yourself back. That's how I look at it, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I could see everything you just said. I could truly understand everything you just said. And my experiences tell me that's just your life schoolings that you going through, your schoolings and your taste in your yard. That's all it is. Everybody has their own thing, just like you said. Just like you said. Just like you just said that, it's somebody that would tell you the reason why they got them wide ties on there and all that, and boom, 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 and that's what they want in their yard. You know what I mean? They're gonna break it down to it, make sense the best they can. And if they standing on it, you gotta respect it. Like
I respect it.
You understand what I'm saying? That's all it is. And
I respect it.
Your boy just said, Marcel. That was Marcel. You see what Marcel said?
What'd he say?
Marcel said, when do the bloodline become yours, or is it always going to be who you get it from that get all the props for the breedings you make? Now, that's what we've been talking about too. We be talking about that a lot. Now, that's still going to be different opinions, and I'm gonna shoot mine off real quick. On that one, Marcel, I believe that once you make a breeding, that's your work. That's your work. I don't care who you bought the dogs from and all that type of stuff. When you put them dogs together, you decided to put them two dogs together. So if anything get made out them two dogs that you put together, you supposed to get props for that. That's just my opinion. The only props that the person you got your dogs from is gonna get is whatever them dogs did that you got. Like if you did something with them, got some acclamations or whatever with them dogs, they could say that you bought them dogs come from that yard. Now they can't even if you bought the two dogs that you bred, it came from that person's yard. It's still your work to me because that's on your watch and you doing that. You're the one that's doing that, not him. He might not have never did that. He might not have put them two together. So how can he get props for that? Only props he's supposed to get is the props that's coming to him. Those dogs were bought from his yard. That's it. That's it. Them dogs was bought from his yard. You can't take that from him. But he can't take he can't take nothing that you didn't, none of your work you done did. You bred them two dogs together, none of that. That's just my opinion though. Somebody gonna feel totally different.
Okay. I got a question. Okay. You get the dog from him. You go to him and you ask him, hey, this is what I want to do. I got these prospects. Which one would you suggest me going to out of these prospects? I've already chosen prospects. Now, they point you in a direction. Mm-hmm. Do they take credit for that?
If they want to take credit for that, I would call them petty. Because if I came and asked you for some advice, and I followed your advice, and some good stuff happened of it, and they called me. Like, how petty are you gonna be? You gonna be like, yeah, boy, it worked, didn't it? You gonna give her my name on it? Like, who does that shit? Like, who does that? Then I hang up on them. I hang up on them jokers. I hang up on the jokers. I hang up on them. Thanks for the advice, bro. I'll be like, thanks for the advice. You know what I mean? I would still have a conversation with him, though. I ain't gonna be like that. I'll be like, I would try to have a grown conversation with him to really understand where he's coming from. I would be like, hold on. Now I will put it right in his face. Like, okay, so you called me, you want, all right, what do I owe you for getting that advice from you? Because you ain't charged me when I got the advice, but now did it work? I mean, we both know you gave me the advice and you see the work, that ain't good enough for you. What do I owe you something? What do I got to do to divorce from your ass right now? Because I see how you is. I don't want to be married to you. That's what
I'm glad you said that, because that is the reason. Not that particular reason, but just the drama that you're talking about. The reason why I don't fool with everybody when it comes to dogs. I'd rather fool with somebody. I'd rather fool with somebody that, we can build. As far as it doesn't even have to be with the dogs. But that situation
is out there though. We ain't scared of it. I mean, that situation out there, that's what you're gonna run into. People is people. Them situations is out there. It's all life schooling. You're gonna run into it. It ain't all pretty out there. Everybody ain't. You're gonna run into petty people. You're gonna run into people that's greedy. You're gonna run into people that, you know what I mean, that's shiesty. These is all players on
the field.
It's part of it. In life. It's right. Your coworkers, all of them ain't. Your coworkers at your job, all of them ain't official. They play different games. They play a different game. You might not think it is. It's serious like that though. The whole game of life is serious. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's been like that.
Because because I've run into plenty of dog men that, and this isn't me asking for a dog. This is just how they run their game, man. You got to sign papers. When you sign these papers, you don't have any breeding rights. If you breed, you got to breed to who I tell you can breed to.
This is out here. That is seriously out here. And you is right. You hit the nail on the head. These are big cats. So these when people do that, like I'm gonna tell you, like, you can't even blame them because they work in a machine. I don't even blame them. That's another piece on the board. You got machines out here. You got machines and they got minions. This is just my words I'm using, but like, you got machines out here and they create fads and they got minions that'll be out here battling you over because they fighting for their bloodline that they married to. They invested into this bloodline. They might not even got bad dogs from these people. They just is with the program. They fine with being married to a person directing them on the dogs, and so they cool with that, being on this team. So they know all about what they team dogs got and all that, and they'll be out here cheerleading like shit for their team. You can't be mad at them. You know what I mean? But they just another piece on the board. Don't think they all this and that because they got a machine and they out there cheering for this and that and this and that. Don't let that distract you. Don't let that distract you. Let them keep on cheering. Some of them wish they could be independent, believe it or not. Some of them, after a while, life be teaching them, like, man, I'm married to this bullshit. I want to do my own thing. You know what I mean? So, you know, choose your own poison. That's all I say. Choose your own poison. It could be good being down with them people because you are the machine. They're always going to be in the know of the good dogs. Y'all probably got a lot of resources that y'all could get the next going fad and all that. But like you trading off the individuality of being your own and creating your own. You know, so choose your own poison. That's, you know, but they all players on the board. Ain't nothing strange.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Salute. Yeah, anybody want to come in? Supreme, you want to come in? Anybody want to come in to the party? Whatever. Or shoot some more questions out, some topics or whatever. We just kicking it. Ain't nothing big, just kicking it. I think the link down there. Do we got to keep sending it down, though, eh? Because they probably can't go get it if it's been too long, right?
That's the situation.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, buddy.
One of, what is this shit? What do you say? Supreme. Supreme crazy.
Yeah. Supreme, what's happening?
Yeah, okay. I see the dog, man. Dog man said he got my money, so he got credit when I bought the dog. That's credit. That's how I feel. There's credit in there. You selling dogs, ain't you? I done bought the dog. Like, goddamn, man, leave me alone, my nigga. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Hey, it's your boy Supreme, man. Just checking in, man. Everybody keep your head up, man. I'm back at work, man. You know, everybody miss me. Everybody miss me except one little Mexican. I ain't even gonna hate on him though, because when he see me, he shit his drawers. You know what I'm saying?
See what I'm saying? Even at the workplace. That's what's up, Supreme. Even at the workplace. It's shit going on even at the workplace. Go ahead and push through it, bro. And get your life. Get your life, bro. Get your life.
All right.
Yeah, like, you know, it'd be obvious, man. Walk in, the other man shitting in himself, looking like he's shitting himself because I came back to work. Come on, man. What, you ain't want me to come back to work? Come on, man. You know what I mean? Come on, yo. But you got to push through those things. Those pieces is out here, man. Those pieces out here. Remember, you was born to be something, and there's other people that was born to stop you from doing it. Your job is not to let them stop you. You did what I'm saying? Shit. Get your shit done, man. Get your life out here. Everybody else getting their life. Get your life. However you want your life, get it. That's all I say, man. Same with the dogs. However you want them jokers, get it, man. Get it. You know what I mean? Don't let nobody tell you nothing. You know what I mean? And then if they do tell you something and it relates to you in the shock your world, you want to change up, ain't nothing wrong with that either, man. You just trying to be better. You know? It's all life's getting schooled. You getting schooled. You know what I mean? It's better getting schooled and learning them while you're young. You know, but you always gonna be learning them. But like, if you keep, like A said earlier, if you keep opening your mouth up and you ain't never baked the cake before, and now you old as shit. You old as shit and don't know how to close the oven door. You understand what I'm saying, man? You got recognized.
Nah, boy, you messed it all up, but you got it right though. When you messed it up.
Shit. Whatever the fuck. What you do? You got your mouth open all the time. You ain't never baking no cake, right? You ain't never baking no cake. You know what I mean? So like, you know, learn how to bake that motherfucker while you're young, man. Instead of you old time, don't even know how to bake a cake. You old.
Yeah, what Toyo said, what he said, you know what I'm saying?
Write it down.
Yeah. Take a picture. Take a picture, write it down. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, what's happening? Soul, man.
Soul power.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Apocalypse come, so I'm coming to you, bro. We fix it. I'm holding down. I put in my work. I work, man. But we gonna make it happen, man. Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm either shooting your way or I'm going to Pops. You know what I'm saying? One or the other. Yeah. If Pops kick me out, I'm coming to you. So you know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you right now.
He ain't gonna kick you out. He ain't gonna kick you out. Yeah. You might run away. You might try and run away, but he ain't gonna kick you out. And you can come back. You can run away. Motherfuckers that ran away before. You come back. You come back here and get your plate.
Man, some barbecue pasta, man, going down, man. Yeah. Yeah. Nah, but on the cool, man, I was talking to Pop. I was telling him he need to do a cookbook, man.
Oh, that's what's
up. A game, you know what I'm saying? A wild game cookbook.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, get him to do that shit, man. I'm glad you rapping to him, man. Get him on out here, man. Get him on out here, yo. He want to be out here too. He want to be on out here too. I need somebody else tell him besides me, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because the next one I'm gonna get on with Pops is gonna be respect your elders. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear from. I want Pops to give us the game. You know what I'm saying?
You got it, man. Once you got Pops, man, you got it, man. Pops will drive that motherfucker however you want him to drive, man. I'm glad you rapping to him, bro. That's a good look.
Yeah, because we had did something and he was kind of bland. You know what I'm saying? Because we was just filling it out, man. We got to chopping it up after,
and it was fire. We got chopped it up after. It was fire.
Yeah, I was like, man.
You got to keep the record on with Pop. That shit just come, man. You just got to keep the record on.
I was like, man, nah, but the next one is going to be respect your elders, man. I want to do a little series on that, man, you know, and get all the real, you know, OGs, man, the real OGs, man, and just, you know, give us and the people that are younger than us some respect, man. You know, because you know what I'm saying? Because I think a lot of us don't realize, you know, you might not have had proper house training. You know what I'm saying? You out here in the world as an adult, fucking it up. Excuse my friend.
Man, I would love to see. I'd love to see you get Pops up there with some of them legends. Let Pops get up there, talk to them, man, or whatever. You know, rap like, you know, he don't be knowing. You know, he old school, so he ain't gonna be knowing too much about no pedigrees and shit. But like, man, all of that, everything else, man. He officials. You know what I mean? Official. Yeah. You feel me? So I would love for, you know, to have him in the atmosphere where he need to be at, like, you know what I mean? Because like, he that nigga for real, man. Salute, Pop.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that's
and like they'll be able to tell. And that'll be good for the community to see. Because you'll see Bulldog is really recognize what's going on and how people could be quiet when what's up, how the old heads could show you how discipline and respect go down. You dig what I'm saying? Salute.
Big facts. Yeah, man, because it goes into the conversation that we were having earlier. You know, an open oven can't bake any bread. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, at the end of the day, man, and we definitely have a lot of OGs that come through here, man, and show us love and all that, man. But at the same time, like, you know, a lot of people don't understand, man. You know, it's a difference between having disagreements and doing all that other stuff, and it's a whole nother thing when you start talking about respecting the elders, man, because that's where the game comes from. I don't care what anybody say. I don't care how they want to play it, man. All the game comes from the elders, man. You know, because at one point,
if they lied or not. Like, we joking shit about they lying and all that shit. Like, at the end of the day, I don't care about them lying. And I know the times they come from, they shouldn't even give a fuck about us talking about they should be telling us shut the fuck up. If they told us shut the fuck up, I would be shut the fuck up. I don't be caring. We just be having fun and we able to do this now. But, like, you know, and I hope they don't be catching feelings behind us digging into their stuff and finding out they was lying and stuff like that. You know, I hope they ain't getting too embarrassed or whatever. But that's what's going to happen. It's just them still getting schooled in. Your lies catch up to you. You know what I mean? You can't be mad at the youngins for finding out and they talking, you're going yelling, calling you a lie and all that type stuff. If you did it, the shoes fit, wear them proud. Wear them proud. You know what I mean? Like, hey, you know what I mean? Hey.
Yeah.
And that's how you turn it on the other niggas. Like, okay, and what? Okay, I did, and what? You know, and what?
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. And I love more. I love more. I love more. Even the ones that I can tell you reasons that I don't like them, but at the end of the game, I got to salute the work. You understand what I'm saying? I got to salute the work. And like you said, if it wasn't for them, it wouldn't be us. So like,
you know
we
what I'm saying?
disrespecting ourselves.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know, and that's what I mean. It is bigger than dogs, but you know, irregardless, man, you know, it's a lot of people that had their hands in the pot, you know, and moved on and so on and so forth, man. And just because some people don't necessarily have their hands, like I say, in on a dog or anything, man, and really was active or really, you know, had some knowledge or something like that, man, they still might have some real good game to give, man. And a lot of, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, look, you know, I just really want to you know, show that you know, it's a way to go about, you know, respecting the ones that came before you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And so all them dudes, they know better. And I'm throwing some shoes out there. All them dudes that knew better. All them dudes that got on their platforms and they knew better.
I'm not just talking about the platform. I'm just talking.
No, this is me talking. This is me talking. I'm on some other shit. Like you, hurry up, well, go ahead, hurry up, exclude yourself from this statement that I'm ready to make. There, Big A ain't got nothing to do with this statement that I'm ready to say. Now listen, niggas that got on their platforms, and I'm talking about like people that should have known better. When they get on their platforms and they throw that slide shit out there, like why would you listen to somebody that can't even have dogs anymore or stuff like that? You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Yeah. Like, now I understand a little bit. Motherfuckers be having disagreements and shit. And I ain't talking about young niggas. I ain't talking about none of the young niggas. I'm talking about like older heads I done heard make this statement. Older guys, like, you know what I mean? Older guys with a rack of dogs. They done made statements about their other comrades that can't have dogs no more. Like, why would you guys listen to them? To me, that's a hating ass statement. That's a hating ass statement to me. Like, you know what I mean? Just because them dudes got in trouble and they can't touch no dogs no more, whatever. Like, you gonna really disrespect them like that? You know what I mean? Because they casualties of war and shit like that. So you mean they don't know the playbook? They don't know the playbook. Like, come on, man, use the motherfucking head. Like, it's almost like we cheering that them niggas got fucked over and shit. Like, nah, man, they still have a wealth of knowledge that can be used. A wealth of knowledge from the mistakes they made, and even the experiences of the dogs that they had, because they must have been having something to even get in trouble with them and stuff like that, or whatever. Like, you know, so basically, like, okay, they fallen soldiers, but like, you know, like, you can't disrespect the knowledge they got. They might have changed their whole life up and all that, but they still got a wealth of knowledge. Like, and if you somebody they want to drop some jewels on, you need to respect that instead of saying anybody can, and they giving it to people, man. I just look at that statement when motherfuckers saying that's some hating ass shit. You hating on that person for a reason, and you know what I mean. And that hating shit, when you throw that shit in there, that's you playing the bad guy to me. Because you know, it's people that really might just follow you because they're a minion and say fuck that person. Now you got people disrespecting the old head that really shouldn't be disrespecting like that. You dig what I'm saying? That's just how I feel. You know, that's just how I feel. Pair Toyo ones if you want, rock them.
If the shoe fit, wear it. You heard it here first, man. You know. But we've been rocking out for about an hour, man, with this after party at the cookout, man. Yeah, we really appreciate y'all kicking it with us, man. We gonna be back in on a regular basis, man. It's like an after party, baby. You know.
Big Tony said, what, we ready? You rolling out or something?
And if you want to rock it out, you know what I'm saying, we can, but we at that hour mark, man. You know?
Oh, well, shit, okay, we can rock. Well, shit, nigga, you got me talking there, so like, you got me talking, like, but like, I can go, we could, whatever. Big Tony, I got holler at Big Tony though, cause you know me and Big Tony. Big Tony said that's why I don't like being in groups, because I ain't gonna respect someone because somebody else do.
That's right. I agree with that.
Listen, ain't nobody telling y'all just because I'm respecting people for y'all not to do it. And salute that. Just stand, salute that. You know, I chose a calmer path. I'm just choosing a calmer path. Like, salute y'all niggas that, that don't want to do that. Like, salute y'all. Salute y'all. I'm choosing a calmer path. My life experiences, I choose a calmer path. I'd rather just go ahead and, do that. You know what I mean? But, like, salute the people that, feel that way they feel. Shit. Like, I ain't respecting nothing around this motherfucker. Like, these niggas ain't deserving the respect. I done heard that shit before, too. Salute that. Salute that. I can't wear them shoes. I ain't wearing them shoes.
Yeah. And what I'm talking about, it ain't got nothing to do with the dogs. It's a whole other separate thing, But it's a whole other separate thing.
Big
but
Tony
it's
showing up. Big Tony said, I'm too old for some damn respect lessons. I feel you. I salute that
agree.
too. Hey, listen, that class ain't nobody tell you walk in that class. You ain't gotta go in that class. Shit. There's some people gonna be in that motherfucker though. There's somebody gonna be in that class. Sure.
Once you hit that certain age,
you already in the class. That class. Hey. Ain't nobody got nothing to do with how life schooling you. Your schooling process. Hey, that's how they school you. Hey, shit. Good dog, man. Good dog.
Yeah.
But yeah, we could wrap it up, man. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot on over down in the projects though, man. And cause you didn't started my engine up and shit. And so I'm it is what it is.
Elevated. I think Elevated fixing to get on here next, man. He about to jump on here, man.
He coming up or he doing his own shit?
He about to come up and do his own shit. You want to jump on that? You can.
Y'all go ahead and rock out. Y'all go ahead and rock out, man. I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and rock out. I'm gonna leave the lane wide open. Go ahead.
I'll be working. I got work to do, man. I gotta spice it up, man.
Okay, well I go over there. If he going live, I'm gonna go over there and check the show out there. That's
it's gonna be right here. Y'all ain't gotta go nowhere. You stay right here.
Oh, okay. Back.
Yeah. Hey, we'll be back in about 5-10 minutes, man.
Salute.
Hey, salute. Yeah.